Welcome back to this DC Universe Online Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us for this very special League Alert run, of course, is Jordan, our level 25 hard-light super-powered superhero, and joining me for this run, our very first Guild League run for the new year, are a couple of regulars. Nice to see you guys. We've got Holy Crusader here, and of course, Holy Crusader is our healer. We've had Holy Crusader come along with us in a guild run before. Nice to have you along again, looking great as always. We've also got Lunar Shadow, obviously a Green Lantern inspired character there, and you can see that they are a controller, I think. Yep, same class as us, of course. Hard light and looking fantastic there. Really loving the costumes that these guys get themselves into. And of course, Fair Blitz, a big hello to Fair Blitz, looking awesome in their costume there. You know what, I actually don't know what costume that is, but I want to know. Hello, hello, they're giving us a wave. And of course, Fair Blitz is a tank, you can see there in the symbols in our party list. So once again, a big hello and a big thank you to Holy Crusader, Lunar Shadow and Fair Blitz. They of course got the questions right for our recruitment for this particular League Alert run, and it's nice to have them along. Now, where are we going? Well, great question. We are heading off to, let's have a look, just going to take things easy because of course it's our first run for the new year. We're going to do the HIVE Moon Base, and we're just going to do it on normal mode because we got our rears kicked. Of course, last time we tried to do anything tier 1 or tier 2, so because it's the first run for the new year, we're just going to take things nice and easy, ease ourselves back into it, and give ourselves a nice easy time of it. Alright, you guys know how this works. All we've got to do is select first available, and we'll be straight in because we already have our group. So let's do that without further ado. Alright, here we go folks, we are queued up. Now we've had a bit of a change in the guard here. Unfortunately we had one of our characters AFK, and we've swapped them out with Midnight Brink. So you can see there we've got Midnight Brink, Fair Blitz and Holy Crusader. They're going to come and join us in the HIVE Moon Base. So we're just waiting to open up the queue here and for us to head on into the instance. And we're off. Here we go. Hello Harley. And of course, this is great fun. Love doing the lower level instances, especially the HIVE Moon Base. It's a really fun alert. Of course, all of the alerts in DCUO are a ton of fun.
You must lead the Star Labs forces to defeat Queen Bee and end their exobyte mining operation before it is too late.
Thank you for that, Martian Manhunter. Anyhow, here we go. You can see we've got Fair Blitz, we've got Holy Crusader, but joining us now is another regular from our League Alert runs. We have Midnight Brink, and that's because Lunar Shadow unfortunately AFK'd, and we lost them. So hopefully you'll be able to join us next time there, Lunar Shadow. Alright, you know how this works, folks. We've got to revive the Star Labs troops. We've got to defeat Hive troops, 30 of those, and destroy and salvage the Hive turrets. 0 out of 6 done. Alright, so let's do this thing. This is our first League Alert run on Jordan, and of course all of the guys here know exactly how this works. And hopefully should be nice and easy, because of course we're just a little bit overpowered, but that's okay. We've got ourselves a nice loot already, and I'm just going to greed on that because of course that is a baton. Alright, there we go, another loot roll. This is great for if you're wanting to gear up, of course. And there we go, you can see Fair Blitz there is taking one of the parts up to the drop-off point. We're going to revive one of these Star Labs troops here. Here we go, 3 out of 5 done. We need to also make sure that we're picking up those parts. Now, at this point in the game, it's quite okay for us to be kind of split up. It's very easy. And later on, of course, we need to make sure that we're grouped up.
Notifying base.
There we go. Oh, excuse me. And Midnight Brink taking one of the parts up there for us. Teamwork, as always. And you can see we're at 24 out of 30 here. So we're doing very well. There's fair blitz. Now what are we looking for? Looking for more mobs. There we go, a buzz bomber. We're looking to revive more of the troops. We've got 4 out of 5 of those done, and 5 out of 6 of the Hive turret parts salvaged as well. Beating up on the scenery there, because of course the scenery is bad. And there we go, there's the last piece of the turrets being sent up there by good old, who is that, Midnight Brink I think. And of course once that is delivered, we're going to have ourselves a new boss. There we go, the turrets are now online and they've turned on their masters. We have to defeat the Hive counter-attack now, 0 out of 10, and you'll see that there's some big boss mobs come in, well, sub-bosses I guess. And here we go, Evolved Guardsman, that's the first one, and a big hand clap from us there. Oh, I love the hard light powers, absolutely love them. There we go, 1 out of 10 down. And of course those good old braces, our fear braces there, I love them. They introduce fear and panic into the enemy. Absolutely adore that ability. Of course I love all of the hard light powers. So much fun in a group as well. This is our first group run on Jordan, by the way. And you can see that these are a lot harder to defeat, of course, than the normal mobs. Big hand clap, and they're down. Alright, so 8 out of 10 of the Hive counter-attack has been dealt to. And there we go, that is done. You can see that we now have to defeat Captain Bombus and his guards. This is it, here he goes, Captain Bombus and the guards. We are down for this now. We're going to have ourselves a drink, just so that I can get myself some power. And we're going to spin around our weight here. Here we go, Evolved Guardsman. Oh, trying to get in there. And we're down to Captain Bombus, and we're done.
The drill is threatening the moon's core. It must be destroyed. The explosives the Hive uses to strip the nearby rock should be strong enough.
Alright, there we go. Let's have a look at our loot. It's always great getting a loot. You can see we've got ourselves a Lunar Warrior's chest guard. I'm going to pass on that because it's not as good as the one that I've got. And congratulations there to Midnight Brink. Woo! Let's give them a cheer. Alright, so you can see now that we have our second of the many objectives here in the HIVE Moon Base, and of course it's divided up into lots of different sections. It's a very, very big instance, and it's lots of fun. You can see this one, we have to head over to the east there, and we need to obtain explosives and ensure the harvester drill explodes. So, I see no reason why we can't do that right away. Let's do it, folks. And of course everyone in the team here knows the drill. It's great to have an experienced team on this video. Of course, they all know how it works. It's great. Now, we've got ourselves a collectible over there. We can't go anywhere if we don't collect one of these.
Scanning. This exobyte has fused itself to the debris around it. It may be difficult to dislodge.
And of course, you guys know how this works. We basically... Oh! Got to take down the royal drones, but we basically have to pick up these explosives and go and plant them on the big harvester drill up the top there. Just behind us, you can see it there, looks kind of like something out of Thunderbirds. Let's pick that up, there we go, and we'll get guided as to a point where we need to take it. Now there are multiple points on this drill platform, and we each basically have to take some of these explosives to a new one each time. There we go, and that is 3 out of 8. And we've got ourselves a collectible. Good stuff.
Most of the circuitry in this cluster has been severely damaged.
There we go, someone saying, hey, got a collectible over here. That was Midnight Brink. Thank you very much for that. And we definitely got that one. Alright, so we're looking for more explosives. There's an explosive pack over there. You can see as a group we've done 5 out of 8. Doing very well. 6 out of 8 now. Ours will probably be the 7th, I'd imagine. Of course, we can super speed when we're carrying stuff as well. Let's not forget that. And we can still beat these guys up even though we're carrying the explosives. There we go, let's grab that if we can. Yep. Oh, and getting grounded, good lord. There we go, one of our other team members planted it, and the harvester drill is down.
Join the HIVE.
And here we go, Fair Blitz coming to the rescue. By the way, Fair Blitz, that is an awesome looking costume that you have on there. Would love to know where that's from. Alright, so as you can see here, folks, we have to defeat Chief Engineer Wolzie. That is our next task, the next sub base there. Let's go in and do it. Off we go. And there we go, down.
With the moon's surface stabilizing, I need you to upload the coordinates of any loaded HIVE ships to our Justice League frequency. Once you do, I will initialize a localized boom tube and transport them to safety.
Alright folks, there you go. You can see we've got our new objectives. Let's quickly have a look at this loot first. And that requires the role of a controller. That's not bad. We'll greed on that one. And you can see that Midnight Brink got that there. Congratulations to you. Alright, so we've got our new objectives here. If we have a look on the map, you can see that they're up ahead of us straight to the north. There's 4 glowing areas there. And of course, they are to destroy the shield generators and the drop ships, of course, that are up there. Alpha, Beta, Delta, and Epsilon. And you know how this works. So let's get right into it with our fantastic group here. Everyone is such a good group member, of course, representing our league, of course, the Superzeroes, to a T. It's fantastic. And here we go. You can see the 4 shields on the 4 ships there. That is what we're after. We need to destroy the shield generator and then teleport these ships away. And of course, we're going to have some of the starport guards come out to play. They're going to want to defend this with their lives. There we go, and of course that means we can now activate the console there, and you can see the guys are doing that.
ETA 45 seconds to completion.
And that basically starts up a countdown for the teleportation of the dropship. Now while this countdown happens, of course, we're going to have lots of incoming guards.
30 seconds to completion.
There we go, doing our part to defend them off, and you can see we've basically got to wait till that countdown stops over there. You can see it slowly working its way around.
Calculation completed.
There it is, and it's off. It got teleported away. That means we can now work on the next one, which of course is right here. So we've got 4 of these ships in total to do. As always, of course, the instances in DCUO are much more than just a normal tank and spank. Always have multiple objectives, lots and lots of fun. There we go, the guys taking down the shield generators. Oh, it looks like we can't actually bust down that turret. Excuse me, turret. Thought we could actually destroy that. And there we go. The countdown is on for the second of our dropships here to be teleported away. And team doing a great job. And of course, Holy Crusader doing a good job of the heals as well. Good to see. Love you guys. Always a pleasure to run with you. Alright, so hopefully some more reinforcements from the Hive are going to come in. This is very simple. You can see we're just waiting for that countdown to the teleport to occur. Gosh, we've blown through everyone already. Oh, there we go. There's a couple.
Calculation completed. Teleporting. Complete.
There we go. Might as well take down a few of them while we're here, hey? Alright, let's go on to our next one. Right next door here. There you go, you can see that awesome looking mothership in the background as well.
Starting teleportation calculations. ETA.
Alright, we fell off the side there. That's okay, of course, we've got flight. And now we're just waiting for the teleport countdown. And once again, reminding you folks that, of course, we are really overpowered for this, but that's alright, doesn't make it any less fun. And, of course, we're just trying to warm up as we get back into things. It's our first League alert for the new year of 2012. And of course, once again, here's hoping that you guys had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. Holidays have gone all too fast, haven't they? So this is a nice little warm-up for our League Alert events.
Calculation completed. Teleporting. Complete.
There we go. We've got but one more left. Dropship Epsilon. And the big hand clap there, of course, completely wiping everything out.
ETA 45 seconds to completion.
Alright, there we go, and I think again we've wiped out the incoming forces well ahead of time. Oh no, there's some more coming in now.
15 seconds to completion.
15 seconds to go for our last dropship.
Calculation completed. Teleporting.
Queen Bee clearly considers you a threat. She's preparing to ship out what exobytes she has left. We need to cut off the Hive's communication nexus and override her mothership's control terminals manually.
Alright, there you go. You see we've got to annihilate the Hive communication nexus. That is what we need to do. And that's exactly what we are going to do. So you can see there we go. Activate the mothership's self-destruct sequence, 0 out of 4. And this will, of course, destroy the Hive mothership here. Very, very cool instance this. Lots of fun. Now, of course, if you're running this at level, it's a little bit more difficult than you can see here, that's for sure. And the destruct sequence, of course, is just those terminals over the side there. It's as simple as that. Oh, getting knocked around. There we go, 2 out of 4. Alright, let's head over. We've got 2 more of these to destroy. And there we go, 3 out of 4. Good on you guys. Doing great. And there we go, the Meteor. Absolutely love that ability, of course. And there we go. The Hive Mothership is down. Woo! Congratulations, guys. On to the next part of the instance now. There it is, Captain Buzzcutt. That's who we need. That's who we are going to take down.
Bombers, squadron attack!
Whoa, getting knocked around here.
Queen Bee and the last of her mind-controlled troops still remain in her chambers. Find her. We must ensure this exobyte mining operation is shut down for good.
Congratulations to you, Jordan. She actually managed to level up in here. Let's actually give her a cheer to level 26, which is fantastic. We'll deal with our PowerPoint later in one of our normal episodes. Alright, so in the meantime, of course, what have we got? We've got to, let's have a look if we, actually it's not going to go away. So I'm going to open that up and then get rid of that. There we are. Enter the Hive Queen's Chambers. So of course we're getting closer to the end now. You can see the exclamation mark over there. It's down to the southwest. This is it. This is of course the final boss, the Hive Queen, and it's a really neat fight as well. She has all sorts of different mechanics. So I think without further ado, with Holy Crusader, Midnight Brink and Fair Blitz, it is time for us to go and take it to the Queen, and of course that means entering into her chambers. We've got to fight our way through. Now again, if you are running this at level, the Queen's Chambers area, which is just up here, is very difficult, by the way, so don't take it too lightly. It's very hard to get through. And there we go, explore the Hive dig site on the moon. There we go, nice little feat for us. Right, so if you're wondering how you get in here, because of course there's a force field there, is you just simply activate the terminal there. Let's have a look at these. No, we'll pass on those. There we go. So again, if you are doing this at level, it pays to actually go and grab some of those barrels over there from around the side, because they can really help in here. It's quite tough. Now remember too, you have to be, I think it's about level 14. Level 14 for this instance, so of course we're basically twice the level that we really want to be for running this, and that's why it's a lot easier. These guys are actually quite tough. Now, if you're a tank through here, you probably want to pull these mobs back through to make life just a little bit easier, by the way. That's if you're doing it at level. Make it easier for the group. Because then, of course, you can just only have to deal with 1 or 2 at a time. Now, I can't remember how you actually open that up. I think maybe you just have to wait until... Oh, there it is. There we go. Override the door to the Queen Bee's throne room. No worries. Let's do that. And there it is. The shield is down. We've got some more mobs that come through. Alright, so of course this is the entrance to the Queen's Chamber. Now there's a couple of things here. If you've never run this before, not only do you have to take all these down, but when you're actually fighting the Queen herself, make sure that you're picking up the adds. And of course we'll talk through this as we go. There's a pollen generator that comes out. Now you need to take that down because that actually is very detrimental to the group. And of course there are a lot of adds that come through as well. So it's not just about beating up on the Queen herself. It's actually about making sure that you take down these other things that spawn in, or else the group is going to have a very hard time. Alright, so I think that's it. We need to go and do this. There we go. Cheer. Let's give this a go. Off we go. And we need to firstly take down, got one each, take down these shield generators here. There we go, Queen Bee!
To your queen!
Alright, so we'll keep an eye out around the sides here for these things I was talking about. You'll see them spawn in. That's of course if we don't take down Queen Bee too quickly. There we go, pheromone emitters, and it's that there. So when you're playing this at level, make sure someone comes along here and actually does take this down. Very important. Now, it's not so bad, of course, for us here because we're playing at such a high level. It's not really going to matter, but this is a very long fight. If you are playing at level. And you're going to go through multiple phases of those pheromone emitters. And there she goes. Queen Bee is down. Let's have a look at the motion comic.
Exobite, a weapon from Earth's inevitable future defeat at my hands. A marvel of technology, able to drain and digitize any information, capable of holding almost infinite amounts of power. The exobites are the key to the future. For they hold the power I drained from this world. Power stolen from me. I am Brainiac. The exobites are mine. And soon, all of Earth will be as well.
Oh, he's one nasty, isn't he? Brainiac, what a great cutscene. There we go, headline complete. Buzz off.
Resources and saved the moon from destruction. The League thanks you. We will speak again on further alerts.
Thank you, Martian Manhunter. There we go. I'm going to page through, as always, the scorecard. You can pause the episode if you want to check out those scores. And there we go, all the heals, all the damage, NPC knockouts, etc., etc. Secures, transports, protects. There we go, we are done. And look at that, what a lineup. Let's have a look at the loot here. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. We'll just greed on all of these as it runs out. There we go, and it looks like everybody got themselves a nice piece of gear or something there. There it is. And of course, if we access our journal, there it is. We get ourselves some Lunar Exterminator's gloves. The Bee in the Moon. Let's complete that. There we go, get ourselves a nice, healthy 4,500 XP. So that's it, folks. A nice, easy one there. The HIVE Moon Base, and of course the Queen Bee down, with my thanks to Holy Crusader, Midnight Brink and Fair Blitz. Once again, all looking absolutely fantastic. Look at the costumes that these guys make here. You guys really do me proud. Great teamwork, great looking characters, and of course that's exactly what we want in the Superzeroes. Let's give out a big cheer. Once again, my thanks, Holy Crusader, Midnight Brink, Fair Blitz, and of course Jordan. On behalf of myself, Sambo, it's us saying take care. Certainly hope you enjoyed that episode. Really look forward to the next League Alert, and of course certainly hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. We shall see you then, and bye bye.